There are 3 ways that you can finish these bikini bottoms, and today I'm going to show you another way, which is a very modern double strap take on a classic side tie. So let's get into how to make this. The first thing you want to do is print your paper patterns out and make sure you're printing it at 100% or do not scale, and double check that the test square measurements match before you join the half hearts. Where there are half hearts with letters in them, you just want to match them to make the pattern whole. You can use a piece of tape or some glue to join the pattern pieces together, whatever that you prefer. When you have the full pattern done, all you have to do is cut it in your corresponding size. Now the pattern is actually layered, so you can just isolate the size that you want as well. When everything's cut out, you end up with 2 pieces like this, one for the front and one for the back, which you can cut in swimwear fabric. So you'll end up with 4 pieces total, 2 for the back, 1 in the self and the lining, and 2 for the front, also 1 in the self and in the lining. Don't forget as well, you're going to need some loops for this, so 2 smaller rings and 1 bigger one. And you're also going to need to prepare your straps beforehand, so you need about 4 straps, or you can buy ready-made ones as well. Completely depends on your design. So we're going to start as usual by matching the fronts and backs at the crotch line, so we're going to repeat that for both the self and the lining piece. When that's done, we'll match it right sides together as usual, making sure that we match the notches and the side seams before we stitch those openings closed. You can use an overlock machine or a zigzag stitch, just take your time and don't forget to add the elastic as well. When that's done, you're going to create a small little opening on the crotch line just so that we can turn it right sides out later. And we're also going to create a small little opening on the center back where that notch is, so right in the center of the center back. We're going to trim off some of these straps, so about 5 centimeter length, so that we can feed it through the front. So we're going to put 2 of these little loops in the front, like so. So one on the right, one on the left for the front side. And we're going to loop the last one on the center back of the back. So we prepped 4 of these ties, and we're just going to use 2 of them to loop through the back. So we have the back ties that are done on the bottoms already. So it's a lot of little finicky bits, and you just have to straight stitch them down and trim off any excess before you turn it over to the right sides. When that's done, you're just going to close that opening, and now we can feed our little rings through. So the smaller of the 2 rings, we're going to put it through the front like so, and then we're just going to do a straight stitch with a narrow foot, or you can even do a hand stitch, but you want to stitch it right on that ditch right over there, so it's nice and seamless and clean looking. So for the front, 2 gold loops. For the back, the bigger ring. So same thing, we're going to fold it over, pin it down, use our narrow foot, and do a stitch on the ditch. So we're going to take our 2 other side ties, and we're going to loop it over the ring as well, and do the same thing where we're going to loop it over and do a stitch. So on this ring, it would have 2 side ties. When you're done, all you have to do is just trim off any excess so it's nice and flush and neat, and then we just have to loop it through. So the one that's connected to the bottom on the back will loop through the front. So the back one that's connected will loop through the front, and then we tie it with the strap that's on the loop. I hope this is clear. And there you go. I hope you can try this style out. If you have any questions, you can leave them below, and I hope you can try out the other styles. The links are in the description below. See you in the next one. Bye!